Okay, hi, welcome, Lisa. I'm glad that we got to connect. My name is Shawn Thompson. I am a spiritual counselor and psychic medium, owner of Inner Healing. I have been doing this work for over 20 plus years. Absolutely love what I do. And I'm so grateful to be able to connect with you. We're going to be doing a speed reading, which is a 15-minute reading. It's going to be recorded. I have never met you before, but I'm so glad to have met you. We had a little technical difficulty getting started, but that's kind of the nature of the game when it comes to connecting with loved ones on the other side. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. So today we're going to connect with your mother, which I can already feel her presence here. So I'm going to be sharing with you some information of what I get, and you're more than welcome to share or validate as much information as you would like to on this video today. Before we get started, I'm going to say a prayer of intention. So if you could just close your eyes, take a deep breath, uncross your hands and your legs, and I'll just invite her in. So I just ask that the highest light and vibration surround us. I ask that any and all information be made abundantly clear for you and come through with the highest intentions for you. Okay. So yes, your mother is here. I do feel her presence. And so one thing that she does want you to know right off the bat is she's saying to me to tell you, like she's showing me the picture water under the bridge, as if um, something related to that back scratching, which you had mentioned earlier, it's not a big deal. She says that you tend to worry over little things and that it causes a lot of stress for you. Would that be so?
It is true.
Yeah. She said that you tried really hard to care for her and take care of her and make sure, almost like you went out of your way to make sure that everything was tried to be taken care of for her. Does
Yes.
that resonate with
Yes.
you? And
Yeah.
she's recognizing that she wants she wants you to know how much she appreciates the little things and everything you thought of and everything you overthought. And um, she feels like she, how do I say this, was a burden, or that there was too much to take care of, or there was a lot to take care of in the end, possibly. Is that correct?
Yes. But I have a family at home as well, and my son is autistic, and she probably felt that I was I was staying here instead of home. But
Yeah, she's feeling like you went overboard for her, and she's so sweet. She just she didn't want to be a burden to you. She says, I'm sorry if I took you away or if I caused more stress than needed. And she feels
but
so,
but she was open, but I would do it all again. Please let her know that it was not a burden in the way of that I would not do it. I would do it all over again because she was my mother and I love her.
so what she's showing to me, y'all are two peas in a pod. She feels guilty for that, and you have regrets for other little things. And it's just like you could tell you were mother and daughter. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We're best friends. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me just tune in a little bit more. So there's also a tall man, a tall, thinner man, either with her or that she was with. Is her husband still alive, or the person who she was with?
Yeah. He's still alive, yes. My father has passed on as well, but my stepdad is still alive. That was
Stepdad. Okay. So that's who she's referencing. Um, is he doing okay?
he is, but he's emotionally, I think he's he's probably not doing as much as she would have liked him to do because she was the social butterfly, and she was the one that got him out to do things, and now he doesn't do stuff like when she was alive.
Yeah, he seems kind of a loner, like he's struggling within. He's kind of lost and struggling within. His energy
Yeah.
feels lonely. He's missing her. Um, she's with your dad on the other side, just so you know. And that's okay. That's good. It's normal. It's okay. They've incarnated many times before, so he was actually he passed before her.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, he met her on the other side. He visited her actually often when she was in and out of being prepared to cross. He was one of the catalysts, the greeters, the helper to have her cross over. He's sending you lots of love too. And your son, your autistic son, he visits them
Yes.
a lot. I don't know if you know this, but I don't know if he ever talks about them coming to visit or a connection, but he's definitely
He
connected to them.
Well, my son, ever since he was a baby, has always been aware of spirits, and we would be in the backseat of the car. He would be in the backseat of the car, and I'd be driving, and he'd be laughing at something that was right beside him.
Yes.
And my sister had passed on. She was murdered when he was just a baby, and he came in the door one time at my mom's and said, "I'm not going to sit in that chair because there's a lady sitting there." And when we got home, he pointed to the picture on the refrigerator and said, "That's who we're
That was
seeing."
her. Yeah, he's very connected. Um, and your parents want you to know that he's very connected. They have a very good, loving, close relationship with him. It's very kind, it's very protective, um, which is nice to hear, you know.
Yes, it is. It is very.
So your mom is referencing, she's showing me signing a piece of paper or maybe something pertaining to uh, the will or an important piece of paper. Does that resonate with you?
Well, she did not have a will. Um,
It could have been a piece of paper related just to her care in the end or something important. She's just showing me.
well, it could have been a hospice when I had to sign all the paperwork for hospice to get her on the hospice.
Yes. Um, she's showing me that that was a tedious process for you. It was hard emotionally and it was a tedious process. Um, and she's just saying thank you. And I'm sorry again that you had to go through that, that you had to be the one to kind of take care of it. Um, but I'm also hearing, are you the only one?
There's my brother as well, but he lives in Buffalo, and
But,
he made it down, for a couple of days before she passed, but he was not
but
here
you
anymore.
were the only one caring for her. You were the only
And my
one.
my stepdad, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I'm sorry, I should have clarified that. What I was seeing is you were the only child that was available or around to take care of her or to handle that. And so she's saying, thank you, kind of like, I'm sorry the burden was on you, but I couldn't have asked for anything better because I love you and and you did a great job. So she's really just honoring um, the work that you as a single person did into taking care of her, because it feels like her husband did what he could, but he was not really the caregiver like you were. Do you
Well,
understand?
when it came down to the, I guess the more of the personal care.
Right.
Yeah, I was more of the he sat by her side and he was always there. But yeah, it came to the personal care and stuff. But he stayed up we both took turns at night to try to stay awake because she wouldn't sleep at night probably because she was afraid everybody would be asleep and she didn't want to go alone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was.
So is there anything specific that you would like to ask her? Because
I
she's
would like to ask her.
go ahead.
I would like to ask her about four-leaf clovers. I have found 88 as of this morning from August 1st
Okay.
in my front yard.
So immediately she kind of pulls back and says, "Oh, that's not all me." Okay, she's not owning all the four-leaf clovers. It's as if you have several people on the other side and they've all decided that that's the sign to give you. Okay, so it's almost like, I mean, three definitely: your father, your mother, and your sister.
And my grandma's gone. Yeah, her mom's gone. And my other grandparents. And yeah.
Okay, so it's almost like it's a family. I want to say crest, or a family like agreement that we're going to do something different. We're not going to send the red bird, the penny, the dime all the time. We're going to pick something different, a four-leaf clover that not a lot of people get and that you don't find so often, to really make kind of our presence known, that it stands out a little.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Yeah. So was anybody Irish in your family?
We were part Irish.
There you go. That's because I'm hearing it's more of a crest. It's more of a, we're going to represent ourselves through clover, through a four-leaf clover, because that's part of our ancestry, our heritage, whatever, that Irish sense versus something that is not undeniable. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
How
But
awesome.
she's so funny. She's like, "Oh, I'm not owning all it. It's not all me." Like, you've got other people, other family that they've all decided that that's how they're going to let you know that they're around you. That's why you've found so many.
Wow. That's just I keep wondering what's going to be the final number, and I just keep looking every day, and I don't actually look for them on the ground. I actually look down in this patch. I just look down, and then it just is right there.
Yeah,
So,
and they're telling me it's not going to stop. It doesn't have to stop. They're not going to stop. And actually, you might start seeing clovers, even if they're a three-leaf clover, you might start seeing clovers that aren't the actual green four-leaf clover that you can pick. It might be a picture on a billboard or something on a book, or
okay.
it may be in addition. They're just showing me multiple ways of being able to send that to you, now that you know that's the sign, right?
That makes me so happy. Thank you.
So is there something heavy on your heart? Is there anything else that
Yeah, when obviously when we were trying to keep her safe, because she was out at one point toward the end, I was working on getting her a hospital bed, and like I said, she was sleeping in the recliner. And when she almost fell down on the floor, we popped her back in the chair, and we weren't doing it hard. It's just that she was heavy, dead weight. So my stepfather and I got her in the chair, and she started crying and said, "Don't be mean to me. Don't be mean." And that breaks my heart, that she would think I would ever be mean.
Okay. So this is what she's saying. She was so frail. I mean, she was so, like, her body was hurting inside, physically hurting. Yeah. And so any movement actually was uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
And what she's saying she was meaning to say was not that you would be mean to her. She just couldn't communicate very well. And she's just saying to me that it would be like if you broke your leg and the nurses had to help move you and you're like, don't hurt my leg, don't hurt my leg. And they're not even touching your leg and your leg's totally protected, but you're so worried,
Yeah.
right, about your leg that it's coming out that way. And she's saying that she just wasn't feeling good physically, and any kind of movement that was going on, it hurt. And she equated that with being mean, like what you're doing or me having to move is being mean because it's hurting me. Not,
Yeah.
it wasn't as if she was fearful of you being mean. Okay,
Okay.
she
Okay.
just wasn't able to communicate it very well. She was very in and out consciously.
She was.
She
She
was,
was.
yeah. Yeah. And she was in physical pain. Did she have cancer?
She had lung cancer, and she just found out she had it in March, and she didn't only last till May. We believe that it had spread very
Yes.
rapidly.
Okay, because that's what I'm feeling. I feel like the cancer spread all throughout her body, and if you just touched her, it hurt. And I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't think that she talked about that a lot because I don't think she understood what
Oh,
the
something's
cancer
going on
was.
with your video, your audio. Hold on a second. Can you hear me okay?
You're kind of cutting in and out, but I'm putting it together.
Okay, hold on.
There, that's
Is my
perfect.
okay now?
It's
Okay.
better. Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it right here. I'm not moving. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I understand now. It makes more sense about the being in the, don't hurt me. I understand that more now. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think she understood how cancer worked, and that when it spread, it causes pain all over. And her body was very sensitive. And
Yeah.
um, yeah, because she's showing me that cancer was all over, and it's like she found out quick, left quick. But she wants you to know that right when it was coming really close to her crossing over, the pain just went away. The feelings and everything she was struggling with, she says the light made it so much better. She couldn't resist. And she wants you to know that she said there's so much love welcoming her over, and the light just healed it all, is what she says.
Can you let her know that I love her, that we love her so much, and we miss her?
Absolutely. She feels your love, and she wants you to know that she is there a birthday coming up?
My son just had a birthday 2 days ago. Mine's in November.
Yeah, okay. She says she just is honoring that birthday. She said she was there, or she's going to be there. It was right now, or she was mentioning a birthday right now, or close. And she wants you to know she was part of that, even though she wasn't physically here. She was there.
Okay. I'll tell my son he'll love that.
This is your autistic son?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he already knows, just so you know. She already says he already knew. You're the one that didn't know. So she's letting you know she was a part of that birthday, just so you know. But the reason she brought it up is because she wants you to know that she's not somewhere or there and not participating in your daily life. She wants you to know she's still very much a part of your daily life, and there's no separation. She's saying to me, for me to tell you that there was more separation when she was living. For instance, if she was in a different location, or your brother or you would say, we live in different places and we don't get to see each other that often. And
Yeah.
what she's wanting to convey right now is where she's at, she's always able to be with you and part of your life. There's no separation.
Okay. I like that.
So let me check the time real quick. I really don't know when we started, but I just want to check here. And I really can't check. So is there anything else that you would like to share or convey to her or ask?
No, because I think now that you're saying that, she probably hears me talk to her,
Absolutely.
and I can be close to her that way. So can you ask her or let her know to make sure that she's waiting for me someday? That when
Oh,
I
she
cross
will
over.
absolutely. And she says again, honey, I'm not going anywhere. Like I'm right here all the time. And so don't think that when it's your time to cross over that I'm going to be, washing clothes or something. She's just saying, I'm going to be waiting for you, welcoming you in like your dad did for her.
Okay.
That's just how it works. And so, but she's not going anywhere in between now and the day that it's your time to cross. She's
Okay.
with you 100%.
Okay.
But she's also wanting me to tell you, you're doing too much. She says you don't have downtime or you're not taking downtime for yourself with regards to just maybe caretaking or life in general. She's worried about you kind of running yourself ragged. Do you understand why she's concerned about that?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah, I do. I'm especially today. I'm been since 6:30 this morning. My whole day's been full, and just yeah. Sometimes I just need to take some time for me,
Yeah.
and I don't. I take care of everybody.
She's telling me to tell you don't sweat the small stuff. Like, like you really need to stop and smell the roses. You need to do some self-care. She says you're 100% a giver, but you don't give to yourself. And she's concerned about that.
Okay. I will take more care of myself, I promise.
She's still parenting you from across the veil. Don't you love how they do that?
I do. I love it. Okay.
So I'm just gonna, you're welcome, absolutely. I'm just gonna close and I just want to tell her thank you for making herself present and for sharing some information, some motherly love, for putting some words together that would help bring peace to your heart and heal your heart on some level. She's just sending a lot of love and wants you to know that she's very much present in your life, in your son's life. Your dad is sending a lot of love. It's interesting because they're together waiting for your stepdad.
Huh.
So
Really?
Yeah. So pay attention to him and make sure that he is talking about his feelings and not keeping them inside. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording. Thank you so much for connecting, and we'll talk again soon.